Alright guys, we're gonna start with this new reading log with The Summer Hikaru Died. This is volume 5 by Moko Ran. I'm trying to keep up before the anime because the anime is actually going a little bit further. And so in this volume, if I mentioned that, Yoshiki and Hikaru are trying to figure out about Hikaru because there's been a lot of unusual things happening. This thing called impurities that's been attracting to Hikaru because I believe Hikaru is some sort of god, and then they decide to visit a person who may know a lot of information about the mountain and all these things happening around the villages. However, the dude that's investigating the village, who was hired by a company because this company is actually trying to look for something for a long time, and they believe it could be from this village, and he happened to be there, and then something happened to Hikaru. And now he's had this hunch that he's right all along, that this thing that's happening in his village is right in front of him. But after what happened to Hikaru, he had to leave. And now Hikaru and Yoshiki is still trying to figure out about what they can do, because Hikaru has this idea, if he does go back to the mountain, maybe all this impurities stop attacking or trying to cause a lot of mania, and a lot of also other people are also dying because apparently there's a curse. Now this volume, there is always a curse. This volume will give so much information, how this curse started, why certain village, well, there used to be just one village and then they were split to 5, and then when Yoshiki and Hikaru saw the map, it's shaped like a human parts. And then speaking of human parts, they figure about more of that which I'm trying not to give too much spoiler. So basically, all different human parts are found from these villages, except they can't find any skull or the head. And then Hikaru's family is basically the family that goes to the mountain and do praying, and apparently they do some offering. Can't say what that is because that's another big spoiler. All I can say, there was a big famine, and that famine was not caused by a disease but something else. So yeah, really good story. I really like it. I wish I have volume 6 because it's getting so good. But at the end, Hikaru, when he tells to Yoshiki that maybe it's best for him to go back to the mountain, but Yoshiki's like, no, we did all this research and all the hard work we have done so far. I don't want to give up. Let's just keep going and see where this goes, because I think now Yoshiki is kind of growing attached with Hikaru, because in the beginning he didn't feel comfortable around someone that he doesn't really know, because he knows this is not Hikaru. And so this is actually Yoshiki's dad. Yoshiki and his dad don't really have a good relationship, but finally he talked to him because apparently Yoshiki's dad and Hikaru's dad were very close, and so he knows a lot of information about the Indo family, and he kind of just told him about the curse around the villages, and especially the Indo family, which is Hikaru's family side. But yeah, I'm trying not to say too much. I wish I have the other volume because, oh my god, it's going so good. Hopefully I'll read it before the new episode comes out, because I think Hikaru is almost done with the first season. But yeah, love Hikaru. It's just it's supernatural, but in a creepy way, but not too creepy where I'm not really scared, if that makes sense. But yeah, really love Summer Hikaru Died. Okay, finally finished reading this volume. So this is actually the last volume for Anti-Romance. This is story and art by Shoko Hidaka. This is a BL romance. I don't mind the story. There's just a lot of push and pull because we have 2 childhood friends, and suddenly Rio started telling Sho about how he truly feel, and so their friendship started to drift apart. Now they live together, used to be, because Rio decided to move out because I think he realized things are gonna get awkward, and Sho, on the other hand, hasn't been honest to his own feelings or even to Rio. And so yeah, they haven't even seen each other for a few months, and they've been living together ever since they can remember because they're childhood friends. However, let's see, Rio's coworker was kind of helping him about his situation because he understands what he's going through. However, Sho, on the other hand, he's like more focused with his career. He's like a hairstylist, and Rio works as an office, but at the same time, he's also a writer on the side. I think he's writing about his life with his friend Sho. But yeah, there's just a lot of push and pull. Really cute story about just two childhood friends, but then they realize how much they actually love each other. Sho, like, it took him a while to finally figure out what he wants and what he's gonna do with his feeling, and so he finally like decided to talk to Rio. But Rio feels like he might be just forcing his feelings, and like he doesn't really know what he wants. But ultimately, in the end, as you can see, they're holding hands, so they do end up together. And ever since then, they're just being happy, and then even Rio's friend is also happy for them. But yeah, really cute BL. It does have explicit scenes, of course. Right there, older than 15 and plus. It should be 18 plus actually. But anyway, yes, I definitely recommend this BL romance. It's short. I always love short series or even one shot. Yeah, definitely recommend this anti-romance. It's very quick and fast story. Again, there's a lot of push and pull. It's very complicated situation where you just have Ryu and Sho trying to figure things out. But yeah, at the end, they are together. Yes, so glad that it has a happy ending and that everything turned out to be better. It looks like I'm reading BL for this reading log. So I just finished reading. Turns out my online friend is my real boss, my real life boss. So I read 2 and 3, and this is by Nomura. I really like this story. It's just so cute and adorable. So I don't recall the first one, but all I know that these are co-workers, Hashimoto and Shirashi, and then they found out later that they're co-workers, and then eventually Hashimoto had feelings for his boss because he's like the manager or the top person in his department. And then at the end of the first volume, which I guess I forgot because volume 2 and 3, they're actually going out and living together. And so I'm like, whoa, I may not have remembered volume 1 that much, but wow, I still love the romance. It's slow burn because Hashimoto, you know, very inexperienced. He's trying to figure out what he can do to please Shirase, because Shirase always make the first move, and you know, Hashimoto sometimes gets shy and all. Now, even though like the first one really talk about them meeting up or playing games together, they still play games here, but not as much. And so we do meet another character. So in the last volume, they met a teenager. Well, he's not a teenager. He's a college student named, his last name is Komada, I think. So Komada has an older brother who just came back from Thailand, and he's actually working the same company as Shirashi and Hashimoto. So there's a little bit of mix up in the story where his older brother, Komada's older brother, thinks that his younger brother is going out with Shirashi because he believes that Shirashi is going out, but then he's assuming that it's a younger guy and he plays games, which kind of sums up thinking that it is his younger brother. He doesn't realize that, you know, Hashimoto also played games and he's still young. But anyway, there's a little bit of a mix up. Now, the younger brother, I believe he did confess to Hashimoto that he had a crush on him, but he realized, you know, Hashimoto told the younger brother's like, oh, sorry, you know, I'm interested on someone else. And the younger brother knows that he's actually going out with Shirashi. However, the older brother doesn't know anything about that because the older brother is assuming that his younger brother is going out with Shirashi. Yeah, a lot of mix-up and confusing, but... And then Shirashi is also getting jealous over the older brother because he's been hanging out with Hashimoto, and then he's thinking that he has a thing for Hashimoto, but not entirely. And then the younger brother, sorry, this is confusing. In his mind, he thinks that his older brother has a crush on Hashimoto too. But yeah, it's all mixed up. It's very complicated. I really like this cute BL story. It's just adorable, especially Hashimoto, because again, he's trying to be more assertive and he wants to make, you know, the first move once in a while. But yeah, their relationship is going so well. They even have a matching ring right now because Shirashi really loves Hashimoto as well as Hashimoto really loves Shirase. But when it comes to the work environment, I think the only person that know that they're going out is the younger brother Komada, and maybe some online friends, I believe. But yeah, really cute story. I definitely recommend it. I just love the vibe, this little bromance, and yeah, just love the pace. I don't think I ever binge read this much. Maybe I did before, but I don't remember. Yes, as you can see, I have binge read Sasaki and Miyano from volume 1 to 5, and this is by Shohado Sono, BL Ship Request. Oh my god, I really like this BL. It's a teens BL. They're in high school. Our main character is Sasaki and Miyano. This is Sasaki and this is Miyano. They're like, I think maybe 2 years apart. He's the senpai and then kohai. But yeah, one of them like one another, or should I just say it? Let's just say Sasaki has a big crush on Miyano ever since like they started talking, and Miyano started sharing his BL manga to Sasaki, and he completely got interested. And ever since then, you know, they've been talking a lot, you know, exchanging how they felt about the manga they read. They mostly like hang out, of course, in school, but slowly, especially in the last volume, they actually watch a movie, a BL movie together. And Sasaki, he likes to tease around towards Miyano because he does confess to Miyano that he has feelings for him, and Miyano, on the other hand, he just goes with the flow and he doesn't really think about it too much, but he does until he realized that he has feeling for Sasaki. But right now, you know, Sasaki will joke around about, hey, you want to go out with me, things like this, like, oh, you know, I want to do this and that. But now what he said is really true. He does want to go out with Miyano, but Miyano, he's not ready yet. He's trying to figure out whether if he really have feelings for Sasaki, because he doesn't want to hurt him and just jump into an answer that he might be unsure, because he does admit that he likes girls. But now that he's always hanging out with Sasaki, and Sasaki would say things that would make him, you know, nervous and all red, if that makes sense. But yeah, I love this story. I decided to read more because volume 4, like, something happened. I just needed to know what's gonna happen next. And then volume 5, when they were at the movie theater, one of the senpai, which is Sasaki's classmate, I guess he witnessed something that he was assuming that it might be true, and now he's thinking that it is true. But then again, Sasaki and Miyano hasn't confirmed about dating yet, but now he's just assuming. But yeah, I'm so happy I finally read Sasaki and Miyano. It's been in my TBR for a long time. I actually had this manga like for a while now. It's probably one of my first BL that I bought. These were all from Target when I used to buy so much manga at Target, but then now Target doesn't really sell that much manga nowadays. But yeah, really like Sasaki Miyano. It's all about teens romance, and oh my god, and this series only has 10 volumes altogether, so I'm almost done. There's actually an anime. I'm kind of curious how the anime is gonna turn out. But yeah, I'm so happy. This was such a good read, such a cute romance between Sasaki and Miyano. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to read even more. Well guys, I decided to read the rest of the volume of Sasaki Miyano. I think I mentioned that I thought this was a finished series, but it's not. It's still ongoing. However, it's not like a regular release. I believe volume 10 just came out early this year, so I think because the manga had to take some break. And yeah, so I read 6, 7, 8. I actually bought 9 and 10 recently. The reason why I decided to keep reading, because I'm actually watching the anime and I just want to read before I finish the anime. Now when it comes to the anime, it's a little bit different. They definitely like add some stuff, they change the dialogue, but you know what, it's still cute. But yeah, read 6 to 10. Wow, I can't believe I just binge read that so quickly. I just love this series so much. Now, I think I mentioned that Sasaki and Miyano went to the movie and then a senpai kind of like witnessed their thing. But you know what? I'm just gonna say it out loud. They're finally going out. Miyano finally told Sasaki how he truly feels and that he is ready. But unfortunately, this is Sasaki's last year of high school, and so but their relationship does continue when Sasaki goes to college. However, it's a little bit not complicated because different school schedule. Miyano, since this is his last year of high school, he's also busy, but they do find to like see each other, have some dates. And I think that one of the best thing is that both parents are very supportive with their relationship, and so once in a while Sasaki will visit Miyano and Miyano will visit Sasaki. Yeah, and even Miyano's friends knows about their relationship. I think it's just so awesome that a lot of the characters here are just very supportive when it comes to the relationship, because sometimes that can be hard. But yeah, oh my god, they're dating. Everything is going well. I mean, they have their ups and downs. Like sometimes they would feel jealous, but you know what? They just start dating, so there will be some, flaws and some jealousy. But you know what? They really truly love each other. They even gave each other gifts. And yeah, again, friends and family are very supportive. But when it comes to Sasaki's like new friends, they don't know that, he's going out with a guy. They just assume that he has a girlfriend. But other than that, oh my god, I love this series so much. Yes, so the series is just on pause right now, and there's like rumors that volume 11 might be the last one, but there is a side story of one of the characters named Hirano, so I definitely want to start on that. That one's called Hirano and Kagiora, which is basically about Hirano and his roommate Kagiora, and he's also a same year as Miyano. And I guess this school has a dorm since it's like an all boys school. So I'm not sure if it's a private. It could be private, but anyway, it's definitely obvious that I like this series so much that I decided to keep reading. But yeah, I'm gonna be definitely sad once this series ended, and hopefully they'll make more anime, because I think the anime may only focus like certain volumes. But oh my god, love this series. I definitely recommend this BL. I mean, this BL has been around for a while. I just had this manga for a long time. I just needed to start reading, and a lot of people I know said like it's really good and they really love it and they're a big fan. So yeah, guys, definitely give Sasaki and Mariano a try. Alright guys, just finished reading this BL called Not So Our Lonely Planet Travel Guide. I read 1 and 2. This is a very cute, friendly BL. We have 2 childhood friends because they've known each other since high school, and then they met again in college, and they both decided to travel together because something happened to Asahi. So this is Asahi and Mitsuki, and yeah, something happened to him, and I guess he decided to travel and bring Mitsuki because they're actually together, basically dating, and supposedly at the end of this trip that they want to get married. But for now, when it comes to Asahi, he's not very like super I wouldn't say comfortable, but he's not very like, he doesn't like PDA in public because maybe this is new for him. But other than that, Mitsuki is just going with the flow and just having fun. But yeah, this is such a really cute BL story about these two just traveling around the world. It's just so amazing because you get to also experience what they're doing. So the first trip they went was Thailand, and then they went to India. Then after India, I think they went to Europe. And right now at the end of volume 2, they're actually in Italy. Surprisingly, Mitsuki can speak fluent Italian because his grandfather was an Italian. And then throughout the trip, they mostly speak English since it's common, and so Asahi always have to do that. But yeah, these two are just having a time of their life. I forgot to mention Mitsuki. He's actually a photographer, and so throughout the trip he always take photos, as well as Sai would take on his phone. And they also meet like like local Japanese from the countries that they visit. So it's pretty cool because they bump into like the people they know, and so sometimes it's easier for them to get around because they get help. But yeah, a lot of people that they met throughout this trip are so nice and kind. They're always very helpful. But yeah, so far like they had some struggles and challenges, but you know, when it comes to traveling, nothing is perfect. You always have to face some, you know, obstacles. But yeah, really like this story. I've had this BL for a while now. It was just time to read. I'm so glad I'm doing a BL for this reading log because there's still like other BL that I haven't caught up. I think I might have maybe one or two more left, but hopefully I got into it. But let me show you guys the inside of this manga. Really nice illustration. Yeah, so we got Asahi and Mitsuki. It's very friendly, nothing explicit. It's just sometimes like friendly kiss, but other than that, again, no explicit. So I'm so glad I'm reading this because this definitely inspired me to travel more. But other than that, sometimes it can be challenging. Yeah, really nice BL. I highly recommend it. Oh, so good. Decided to read Hirano and Kaguara. This is a side story from Sasaki and Miyano. So Hirano, I think in this volume, he's either in his second year. He has a roommate named Kaguara who is a first year. And, well, they're just really good friends, except Kaguara has a big crush on Hirano. And then Hirano's personality here is more like chill, and he's more relaxed because in Sasaki and Miyano, he seems always serious and always, I guess, bugging Sasaki to always study. So it feels like he's really like chill when it comes to his roommate Kagura. But other than that, it's a very like quick and easy first volume. There's already like 4 total in this series. And right now, you know, they're just roommate. Hirano always wake up Kagura because he's not really a big morning person. And he also plays basketball. He truly loved playing basketball. But for now, he's just very thankful of Hirano being around, always being there for him, waking up him every day. And, you know, Hirano just, I guess maybe he's trying to be a bigger brother because he actually have a big brother, but right now it doesn't show if Hirano has some feelings for Kagura, but so far we know that Kagura definitely has feelings for Hirano. And yeah, it's just a really, you know, cute story aside from Sasaki and Miyano. I think eventually we'll find out that, you know, Hirano will have something for Kagura. And we also get to meet other characters from Sasaki and Miyano and this guy, which is Kagura's classmate in his class. I just forget his name, but yeah, at least this one we get to see more side of Hirano and even the other classmates of Hirano, like I forgot his name, and even Sasaki, because Sasaki's here too because they actually took a trip to Hokkaido, and Kagura was just missing Hirano because he's not there for him. But yeah, it's a really cute side story. I definitely need to pick up the other 3 volumes and we'll see how the story goes. Let me show you guys the inside. Really cute is illustration, of course, same manga of Sasaki Mayana. But yeah, another BL, really nice. I'm looking forward to read more of it. I just hope and pray that they'll make an anime of this series because I think it's gonna be fun. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this reading log. It's been a while that I read this much. Yes, it shows that I read a lot of Sasaki Miyano because I was just so into it. I just love the romance. It kind of reminds me of My Love Mix-Up, and I'm so happy that Sasaki and Miyano are doing so well with their relationship. As far as that, this is definitely like a BL reading log because I think I only have maybe 1 or 2 series that I haven't read, but I'm so glad I'm finally getting caught up with my BL section. So we have The Summer Hikaru Died. I wish volume 6 is already out, but I found out it's not out until October. And then we got Anti-Romance. It's a very short series with just 2 volumes. Really good, but I might let go of this BL. And next we have Turns Out My Online Friend Is My Real Life Boss. Such a cute BL about coworker, but right now They're trying to keep it a secret. Of course, I already talked about Sasaki and Miyano. And then next we have our Not So Lonely Planet travel. Sorry, our Not So Lonely Planet travel guide. Really cute BL, very friendly. I just love their traveling experience and just makes me want to travel even more. And then lastly, we have a side story from Sasaki and Miyano. We got Hirano and Kagiwara. Oh my god, I need the next 3 volumes because I'm also hooked with this series. But other than that, what a very successful reading log. I definitely, of course, need to read more and catch up other series. But you know what? This is such a good start so far. And thank you so much, guys, for just being patient. I know I haven't put out a reading log for a while, but sometimes I just need a break. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading log. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.